Why is your head tipped? Are we stretching? Wow, what a ceiling. What a floor. We need a vacuum. Good morning.
Good morning.
My wires are coming out of my pocket.
She's got her wires crossed.
And knowing me, I will probably trip on them. Let's just shove those in there.
Trip on them? Yeah. I don't think they're long enough.
Well, or like...
Are you going to be up and moving?
Maybe. Like my hand would get caught and then it would be this whole disaster. And I'd be all embarrassed.
And I would laugh.
I'm glad to be a source of entertainment. Happy Monday. Happy Memorial Day. It is here. I imagine many are off of work today. Maybe. Probably. It's a little bit cooler today. I'm going to try to sneak out for a walk. Yesterday was beautiful, and I went for a boat ride. I'm a sailor now.
A sailor. Captain
Helena. Yeah. I got this, like, inflatable... Why is that funny? Why is that funny?
I was just visualizing you tying sticks together and making a raft like Huck Finn.
I concocted a raft out of twigs and twine. No, it's an inflatable, and it's huge, and it was kind of funny. Lindsay actually came when I was blowing it up and I thought, I'll blow it up and then I'll put it in my car and then take it over to the quarry so that way I don't have to like fill it up there. Yeah. And for some reason I thought this giant canoe would fit in my car and it didn't. So I thought, maybe I can inflate it halfway and then cram it into my car. And that did not work. So then I deflated the whole thing and inflated it when I got there. But I did make it out on the water. I was a little hesitant with it being inflatable, that like...
Somebody poked a hole
and I wouldn't find out until I'm in the middle of the quarry. I mean, I can swim.
Right, but the sea monsters.
And I get tired easy, so... But I did bring a life jacket. I did bring it. I mean, I wore my life jacket.
There you go.
Yes, that's what I did, but it was lovely.
Her helmet. And
my elbow pads and...
Yeah.
That's it. What do we got today?
I don't know.
How's everyone's allergies doing?
The worst.
I'm blessed that I usually don't get hit too hard with allergies, but this year...
This is the worst it's ever been for me that I can remember.
My goodness, I feel like everybody I talk to. If you know Kristen Largent from Herbalstead, she's local in White House. She has an allergy blend that may be supportive. Or, what did you get?
Benadryl.
Or Benadryl.
Off-brand Benadryl.
You go ahead and pick one. Oh, it's backwards here. There.
Oh, you want to know?
Facade?
Didn't we do this one before?
I don't know.
We couldn't figure out what facade meant.
I don't remember.
Even though we know what facade
Google it. Do you have your phone on you? What's a facade? Isn't that like a... Am I making this up? Like an illusion, like a...
Yeah, it's a mask.
Yeah, like a...
Here, let's give everybody the definition of facade.
Seem better or worse than they are. Tell us, Google. Tell us. Oh, it's facade.
No.
Oh. Well, go on. Read it out loud.
The face of a building.
Wait.
Especially the principal front that looks on the street.
All right, skip ahead.
An outward appearance that is maintained to conceal a less pleasant or credible reality.
Ooh, okay. And we have a picture of an older man walking with a younger man. I'm wondering if it's the same person.
Could be.
Walking on clouds.
Anyway.
Not sunshine.
This is about disguising our... Well, first of all, it's a solar plexus chakra card. So this is about our gut instinct to disguise who we truly are. And everybody does it. It's a constant struggle to be who we are versus what we portray ourselves to be. Some people don't even try to fight the fight. They just go on with the illusion of what society created them to be. And by society, I mean your parents were like, you need to be this, and you need to be that. And then we go along with those things. So feeling into that energy for this week coming up, it's time to start trying to identify with who we truly are inside and let that person shine, let them come through. I mean, we read the definition that it was an unpleasant thing that's being covered up by the facade, but the reality is it's just something being covered up. So why does it have to be unpleasant? Who you are is not unpleasant. Who you are is who you are, and just let it be. You may find it unpleasant, but it's not.
Yeah. I think like when we start to awaken to who we are, we have some cleaning up to do in our relationships where, like for me, it's always going back to see my family. I revert back to like who I am with my family, not who I know myself to be in this new state of being. And so I may pick up, or show more of these traditional habits of mine or whatever it is. Maybe I'm cranky more, or maybe I get defensive more, or hide more, or whatever it may be. But like with that, there's a cost to that because it takes a lot of energy out of us when we are discovering who we are and we feel a sense of freedom there to then go back and try to put this mask on or, concoct this facade about who we are. And it becomes draining. It creates conflict within our relationships. And there's a level of dishonesty there, and if we are striving for honesty with who we are, we're not quite able to master that until in all areas of our life, we're able to embody our true self.
Yeah, it also comes with that factor of when you're with certain people and you act away, you put that mask back on. They can look at you in other situations and go, well, that's not really you. And then your current most associative self goes, well, that's not really me. I'm this other person. It becomes too much stress and too much confusion to just not start to settle into who you truly are.
I think the fear with that is big changes can happen when we learn ourselves to be one way and it's not aligned with our old life, that, well, we may be called to make some big changes. We may be called to leave a job or leave relationships or, put ourselves out there to find some new relationships, which can feel scary. But, I think the more that we do it, we start to see, oh, this isn't so bad. Like I feel more of myself coming forward.
Yeah.
Oh. My phone just dinged. Oh, it's Anya. Hello, Anya. Let me turn off my notifications. Beep, bop, boop. Okay.
Did you beep, bop, boop the phone?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
Good.
I
Good.
did.
You can't have the phone just beep, bop, booping all the time.
Beep, bop, boop.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man. Here we go.
So, starting with the world in reverse. In relation to the masks we put on, it takes time to to move past these things. It takes time and strength and wisdom and all the things that are reflected in coming to the end of a cycle, but we haven't reached that yet. So this energy this week is to encourage us not just to look at who we truly are, but to have the strength to be who we truly are, so that we can move out of a cycle of self-doubt or just hiding in general. A lot of us hide, and that's why a lot of people run in this world too, because they've been had. The King of Swords. This is about your intellect and really taking charge of your thoughts. Like, when it comes down to who you truly are inside, portraying that can be very difficult in the early stages, but the King of Swords encourages you to logically step forward into this person who you really are, so that you can, it's like the more work you do towards it, the better off you're going to get at it. So he's encouraging you to act, but do it in a logical fashion. Yeah, it's going to be tough at times to look at certain people and go, well, that's not really who I was. Even though you've known me for 20 years, I've been hiding behind this mask the whole time. And you have to address it no matter what, no matter how much it hurts. But the Ace of Cups gives us this little ability here, or maybe more so not ability, but gift from the divine, of this emotional peace that will come from acting. And it can start early. You can feel it in small incremental stages, and then you can let it build as time goes by, and you start to really settle into who you truly are. You become more and more at peace. But look for these little signs of, doesn't it feel good to tell, to be, to act who you truly are? And when you find those moments of peace, that's what you're harnessing, is this gift from the divine to be truly who you are. But I don't know. What do you think?
I was listening to a video the other day where I think he's a psychiatrist, he was talking about how the example he was using with following Jesus and the teachings of Jesus, and how it's really hard. And, he was kind of joking, like, okay, yeah, you want to follow Jesus? Well, it's not an easy path. I mean, look at the path that Jesus took. Not that it needs to end in death in that kind of way, but when we open up the can of worms to discovering who we truly are in the spiritual sense, the path isn't going to be easy. It's never promised to be easy. It's meant to open us up to the blessings that are around us and to connect with the miracles around us. And there's a lot of bliss and wonder in this path. But there's some cleanup that needs to be done, especially, however much life we have lived before that point, we may have to address some of these things that are a part of our unawakened selves. And so with that, the awakening process is going to happen no matter what, once we open up that can of worms. And so we can delay the process as long as we want. And, that creates a level of suffering and confusion, and sometimes this feeling of stuckness. But when we really start to trust the unfolding of the process and answer the call of the Spirit to make these changes, the amount of freeness that we have on the other side, where we can look and release all of this fear of whatever is going to happen in the physical world is going to be orchestrated in the most perfect, most beautiful way for not only our personal well-being, but as we connect deeper with spirit, we see that we become servants of all beings. We are best utilized for the overall peace of this world. And so not to say turn back now by any means, but to say keep going and having patience with yourself and to trust the process, that even if some of these changes seem somewhat scary or illogical or creates conflict or pain in the lives of other people, that there is fruit on the other side for all beings involved.
Is it strawberry rhubarb?
It's strawberry rhubarb, yeah, which, I mean, I think everybody likes.
Well, rhubarb's not really a fruit.
I gave some rhubarb to Lindsay yesterday. She's never had it, so I have to follow up with her.
Never had rhubarb?
Yeah, I've only had it exactly twice. And I liked it, but I've just never oh boy, I wanna go get me some rhubarb.
I've never had that at all times.
Oh. It's only been gifted to me, and that's how I've consumed it.
Most conversations while I'm having them, in my mind, I'm really going rhubarb.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I know what to get you for
rhubarb.
For your Christmas birthday present, Pulsemas. Well, do you have any other thoughts?
No.
Okay.
Except rhubarb.
Okay, that's right. Well, that has been made clear. All right, well, let's meditate on the message. Begin to move your body, stretch it in any way to get any kinks out, and then come into stillness. Extend the crown of your head up towards the heavens. And then press your root down into the earth. And find yourself right in the middle of heaven and earth. Deepen your breath down into your belly, releasing the full breath on the exhale. Keep your focus on your breath. This life force energy, this prana flowing through you. And then shift your awareness to your inner beingness, your inner self, your spiritual self. And this may come through as a visualization. You may sense this being within you. Begin to repeat the question, who am I? And this question prompts the discovery of who am I as my highest spiritual self? If thoughts come in, revealing your skills, your roles, your career path, your physical form, just slowly start to drift those off and then asking again, who am I? Who am I? Continuing to filter away any ideas of who you are that are rooted in this physical plane, that are tied to the earth. Who am I? Who? The mind may lose connection with any words to describe who you are. And so bring your focus to what is left, what is revealed. Begin to say, I am. I am. Begin to deepen your breath. When you feel complete, bringing your hands to prayer in front of the heart center, bowing down towards that inner light. And as we connect with and honor that light within, let us honor that same light within all beings. May we all be at peace. Namaste. Welcome back.
What?
I invite you to practice this if you are feeling lost, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling confused. Come back to the root of who you are. Know that you are not your circumstances. You are not your problems. You are not your job, your roles, your titles, any of that. You are so much more than that. And so when we focus so much on this physical world, we begin to disconnect with the power that resides within us and the influence that we have. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay. The phone must need to practice that meditation because it has disconnected from the internet. But yeah, just to say, know that you are more than your circumstances, and you will move through all of these trials and tribulations and begin to discover new parts of yourself that you didn't know existed and that are pretty dang sweet.
Dope. Yo. Hey, look, we're back.
We're back again. Well, we will sign off as we keep disconnecting. Check out our website, ordinarypioneer.com.